Guys, so some of you may recognize this female. This is actually the female that I bred last year, my Okatee female. She's really jumpy, pretty aggressive, yeah. But anyway, I've decided to breed her again this year, so I'm gonna stick with like the same pairing as last year with the albino male. I'll grab him now. Buddy, hey buddy, you want to see your girlfriend? Like I said, she's pretty jumpy. See, she's already coming over to the glass to see what's up. So, come on, guy. Are you gonna work with me, or are you gonna work with me? Oh, nope. Stay in there. Woo. Oh, they're both a little bit jumpy. Some of you may have seen their pictures on the internet, the babies at least. I kept some of them. I gave pretty much the rest of them away. I gave all the albinos away. Some of the baby Okatees I gave away. And I've actually, well, while we're waiting for them to do something, I guess I can explain. I've removed the hide and the water bowl. You can see the water bowl sat right there. The hide sat, well, pretty much in a corner right here where they're sitting now. But for the purpose of breeding, I removed them to give them a little more room, because, you know, sometimes they can get a little bit crazy. And now I've already put this pair together this year, and I just don't think the breeding took. It's been plenty of time. She should have laid some eggs by now, but I haven't seen them. I have had a lay box in there with her, and I've seen nothing. So as you can see, we're getting a little bit of interest there now. For those of you that have never seen something like this is kind of what snake breeding looks like. At least, you know, most of the time we see the eggs hatching or something. Well, this is what it looks like before the eggs hatch, obviously. And interesting enough, it looks like the female is a little bit more excited and interested than the male is at this point, but I'm sure he'll come around. He's normally pretty slow to come around, but he does. So yeah, pretty wild stuff, pretty awesome stuff. Looks like he's making an effort now, except in his old age having trouble keeping up with her. Crazy stuff, but real interesting at the same time. Now, I'm obviously probably going to be editing this down, as you could probably assume, because this could be you know, a several day process. I've seen it happen real fast within 5 minutes, and then at the same time I've seen it take you know, a couple days. It's just kind of hit and miss, I guess. And oh, you can see a lot going in there now. Now, this also is not the only pair that I'm going to be breeding this year. I'll also be breeding my albino female with my ghost male, which is a, you know, the pairing of that morph is something that's just really always super interested me. Last year I did it and just pretty much got normals from the pair, and I don't know, hopefully this year we'll get something a little different. And you can see, for those that don't understand what is happening here, you can see the albino male climbing up right on the back of the female, and for the most part, to make it easy to understand, now he's climbing on his own back. Okay, we don't do it that way, buddy. What happens is, basically, when he gets all the way up on top of her, lengthwise, the whole body, he'll start wrapping his tail either way, left or right, around her tail, until he's able to do his thing. And as you can see, she's a lot more skittish, a lot faster than him, so sometimes this process takes quite a while, and like I said, up to maybe a couple days at sometimes. You sure are trying, aren't you, buddy? I'd love to be able to open the glass for you guys, but I mean, you can obviously see what will happen if I did that. I think we'd have a couple snakes shooting out at the camera pretty quick. So you can see their tails now. Well, she sure is fighting. See how he's trying to, well, you can't see, let me move the camera so you can see. See how he's trying to wrap his tail around hers. That's, well, that's what they do. I can't really tell at this point whether he's being successful at it or not. I'm willing to venture that he's probably not right now, just knowing the history between the two of them. It's not due to lack of his effort, though, that's for sure. This, of course, is also a great time to do what I'm going to do now, and that is any sort of spot cleaning I'm going to do in his cage, since there's nothing in here now to try to get out or get his attention on me to bite, which has definitely happened in the past. Not by him necessarily, but by other ones. Just makes reading time always seems like a good time to get in there and get the chores done. Are you guys going to show this audience anything? I don't know, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of a weird life cycle. It's kind of hit and miss. We may get lucky, we may not. We may not have a successful breeding this year at all between this pair. I mean, I think they seem pretty interested, and this is kind of the same response I got the last time I put them together. So I'm pretty enthusiastic that they'll get it figured out, and I'll get some eggs from her again this year, just like I did last year. Now I'm still really liking this enclosure that I got. We spoke about it already once in short, and I am still planning on doing a review of the whole thing, but basically it is these cages here with this, oh, don't you come out of there, with the sliding glass doors. It's stacked 4 high. All of the enclosures are this size here. Now, I used to have my children's pythons in this one on the top, but they were actually squeezing right here between the glass and getting out. So they escaped 3 times before I finally said that was it. I had Well, I still have the little bits up here of cardboard that I had stuck between the glass, and it just didn't seem to help. Actually, the last time they got out, they popped out one of the air vents in the back and made it out that way. So I got them in a different enclosure. I've got the air vents glued back in, and I do plan on using it for the children's pythons later. I'm going to let them grow up a little more so they're not able to squeeze between the glass there as easily, at least. Now you can see he's got his tail down there now. Maybe we have some success. I'd sure like to see it if they weren't right up against the wall. I'm thinking no, though. No, at least he's still moving his tail there, so he hadn't found the spot yet, obviously. Hopefully he will, otherwise this is going to be a rather boring video, unless you like to, of course, watch snakes try to breed, that is. Some people do, though. It's you know, it's one of those things I do. I like to watch anything they do, even just curled up there sleeping, if that's what they want to do. She just slips right out there. She's a sneaky one. He'll catch up to her though. He's pretty confident of it. This is kind of the last exciting part before the hatching. Obviously, it's you know, kind of filled with excitement in itself, but then it's just I mean, I don't know if everybody feels this way, but for me, it's just a drag waiting for those eggs to hatch and just seeing what has been created and just watching the whole process happening. I think probably one of the most boring parts is that incubation period, and one of the most vital as well, surprisingly enough. If not done properly, it's you know, you can lose all your eggs, and it's actually surprising how you know, a species like this, corn snakes, are just so basic and probably one of the easiest to care for and reproduce, that it really isn't that hard to have some eggs go bad. Even seasoned veterans, I've been breeding corn snakes, you know, kind of off and on for, oh gosh, 7 years now, and it can still happen to me. Even people that have been doing it longer, it can still happen to them. And it's just one of those things, you know. I guess you could never really tell. It's either meant to be or it's not. Now, being very easy to reproduce in captivity, obviously they you know, more often than not, they're going to do well in the incubation period. But it's no big surprise to me when I hear of clutches going bad, because it happens. I had a few eggs last year that went bad. Most of my clutches made it, but I had a few eggs in there that looked real good, and just for some reason they just went bad before they were able to hatch. And on that same note, I had some that didn't look like they were going to hatch. They just looked real nasty, but they did hatch. So yeah, I guess it's just kind of hit and miss, really. And I don't think we've had any success here yet, but he sure is trying to dig underneath that tail there. It's an A for effort, I guess. See if I can sneak in a thumbnail picture. Maybe. maybe. Gotta find one I can actually work with. Here we go. Try not to disturb them too much. Well, you guys been going at it for about 16 minutes now. Jeez. And of course now you're going to hide your tails where the audience can't see you. I'm probably going to have to dismount the camera to get a good visual. And here is a picture for the Facebook crowd. If you hear the little beeps and clicks in the background and everything, it's just because I'm sharing that picture to Facebook right now. Of course, everyone's probably going to be laughing because you probably saw this picture now a week before you actually saw this video come out. I think I'm actually going to be retiring this male here. Oh, you know, it could be this year. He's an old male. He was 50% of a proven breeding pair back when I bought him in like 2007 or 8, and probably pretty close to time to retire him to a nice comfy enclosure in the living room or something. You're going to have to be quicker than that if you're going to want to pass your genes on, buddy. You can see they're doing the little tail dance there again. Trying to get his tail up underneath hers. Oh, almost, buddy. Oh, she ran away again. Oh, it happens all the time. Tough love. God, I really want to stop recording because for the sake of your sanity, you've been watching for 20 minutes now, and I understand what that's like. Trust me, I do, but at the same time, I'm worried if I stop recording, it's going to happen as soon as I stop. Yeah, we'll give them 30 minutes altogether, I guess. Ah, there she is. What are you doing over there, buddy? Got away again. Isn't she just gorgeous? Getting your nose all dirty, buddy. So close. Well guys, we're almost at the 30-minute mark, so I think for the sake of not boring you to death, we'll go ahead and cut the video now and let them go ahead and do their thing and they get on to feeding the rest of the collection.